Hello everyone. Today I have Harshal Raikwar with me at TechMaestro, who is an MLH Prep Fellow. Uh, Hi Harshal.
Hello.
Yeah. Harshal, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Yep. So, hi everyone. I am Harshal Raikwar. I am a junior at SRMIST, and I was selected as a MLH Prep Fellow in October 2021. Uh,
Uh, yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So I'm doing BTech in Computer Science and Engineering, and thank you for having me here.
Okay, good. So let's begin with the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harshal. Can you tell us what is MLH Prep Fellowship?
So basically, MLH Prep Fellowship is a 3-week program for the candidates who want to experience what a 12-week fellowship looks like and to make them ready for the next 12 weeks in the future if they want to apply, where you experiment with various kinds of technologies and contribute within your team.
Okay. Harshal, can you tell us what is the eligibility criteria to apply for the MLH Prep Fellowship program?
Yeah. So the criteria is same as the official MLH fellowship that you should be at least 18 years of your age. You should be proficient with any one of the programming language. Only the difference is that in the MLH fellowship you need to give at least 30 hours per week, but in MLH Prep Fellowship you have to give at least 20 hours per week.
Okay,
That's the main difference. Other than that, the eligibility criteria for both the programs are the same.
okay. Harshal, can you just brief about the program? Like, what is this program all about? What we have to do in this program? And is this only for developers or anyone can apply?
Yeah. So anyone can apply to this program. It is not limited to the programmers or the students. Even the working professionals can also apply. Here, the difference comes when you want to experience what an actual fellowship looks like, and suppose if you are not ready for the actual fellowship program. So during these 3 weeks, you learn about various kinds of stuffs like Jekyll and React.js, and you work within your group, which is also known as pod, under the supervision of a pod leader, which is really helpful whenever you need your help. He can guide you and mentor you, and apart from that he can also help you with your problems or the bugs you faced. And the main point of having the MLS Prep Fellowship is to make yourself ready for the actual 12-week fellowship program, so that whenever you are after graduating from Prep Fellowship, you are ready to go ahead with the 12-week program.
Okay, great. Uh, what is the application process for the MLH Prep Fellowship, and how technical interviews for prep program are different from the actual fellowship?
So the application process is the same. First, you need to go to the website and fill the form where you need to answer the essay questions and you need to give a code sample. It is always advised to give a code sample which shows your capabilities. So do that. And after your application is shortlisted, you have to give 2 rounds of interview. The first one is the initial interview where you have to answer the basic questions like why do you want to apply, uh, how like what your project is about and other stuff like where you study your eligibility criteria. And for the technical interview, the technical interview for the prep program is a bit different from the actual fellowship. In the prep program you need to answer the questions such as what were the challenges you faced, what are the tech stack, how you built it, what was your inspiration. Here you don't have to show and explain the code as you do it in actual fellowship program. That's the only difference for the technical interview.
Okay. So there is a question while filling out the application form for the PrEP program or MLH fellowship. There is a necessity like for the projects, like you should have projects in your resume or that kind of thing.
It is always good to have the projects in your resume that shows your overall capacity. And for the sharing of the code sample, you need to share a code sample that shows what you know, like what if you have used an API or build an API, put over there. If you have made a project which solve a real world problem, it is always advised to put a project which solves a real world problem, so that it shows how seriously you are regarding in the field of the development. And uh, your code sample should not be a Jupyter notebook or a Django. It is always advised to just stay away from both of them while submitting and while submitting the code sample for the code review.
Okay. As you told, there is a section like code. You have to submit the code sample, right? The ones who are more involved in the open source and they have not their personal projects in their resume. Any advice for them? Like they can submit their open source code, right?
Yes, yes, they can. You can suppose if you are you have made a contribution on any of the open source project like such as Kubernetes or the TensorFlow. You can also link the code that you have like the issue that you have solved over there. It is also good. It is also considered as a good code sample, and you can also put that in your resume that I have contributed to this open source project.
Okay. One more question is there. Is there any necessity of like you should be uh, crack some hackathons and all that for the fellowship?
No, it's not a requirement.
No. Okay. Okay, Harsha. So our next question is, can you brief about like how is it different from the MLH fellowship? Actually, the program.
Yeah. So it is a bit different from the actual fellowship. The first difference comes is the MLH Prep Fellowship is a 3 week program, where the MLH Fellowship is a 12 week. And in the MLH Fellowship, you contribute to open source projects, different open source project or the organizations. But in MLH Prep Fellowship, you build your portfolio and learn different tech stacks and contribute within the community. That's the major difference. And you like there's no stipend for the MLH Prep Fellowship, where there's a stipend for the MLH Fellowship program. These are
Okay.
the major differences.
Okay. So basically, it is a prep program to prepare you for the actual fellowship.
Yes.
Great. Uh, essay writing tips that you want to share with the audience.
Yeah. So it will be like, just be yourself. Don't copy or paste from somewhere else. It is not good to do that. Secondly, don't try to give brief answer. Give a detailed answer to improve your chance for getting selected. And all I can say is like to be honest whenever you fill the application form, because in the initial interview, the most of some of the questions are from the essay only. So, uh, at, if you have copied from somewhere, then you might get in trouble over there. Apart from that, I will suggest to focus more on the essay questions. Just don't give them briefly, give a detailed answer for each and every question. Try to answer each and every question, even the last one, like anything else you want to talk about it. You can show like I have this leadership qualities. I have worked in open source hackathons, etc., etc. So try to give all the answers for the essay questions.
Okay. Cool. Harsha, there is any particular timeline to fill out the applications for the prep program?
Uh, They are not timeline, but it is always advised to fill your application at least 2 or 3 months before before the starting of the fellowship, because it will maximize your chance for getting selected for the interview for that particular program only. Because sometimes if the seats are completely full, your application is forwarded to the next time. So it is always advised to fill up your form at least 2 or 3 months before the actual fellowship or the prep fellowship.
Okay. So, so our next question is, what are the perks and benefits of MLH Prep program?
So the biggest benefits is that you work under the guidance of an amazing experienced sport leader, which is your mentor and which will help you in almost every situation. And secondly, you collaborate with a group of people who will really help and support you in a lot of ways, and you will learn a lot from it. And if you have a stage fear, so in MLH Prep Fellowship, you have to go ahead and give a lightning talk. So it is a nice way to overcome your stage fear. You have to go there and select a topic and like give a lightning talk for around 10 to 15 minutes. So it will definitely help you to it will definitely help you to go ahead and just speak in front of other. It will help you in public speaking. And apart from this, the main benefit is that whenever you will apply for the next 12 months 12 weeks fellowship program, your application will be given the priority above other applicants. So if you have graduated from the MLH Prep Fellowship, your application is definitely given some priority over the other applicants for the next 12-week fellowship program.
Okay. Um, okay. Can you share your experience as a prep fellow?
Yep, like it was like really amazing. In my pod there, in my group, we generally refer group as a pod. So in my pod there were total 12 members, and they all were really amazing. And the pod leader was really helpful. So whenever I need help, I used to go and talk to him, and we used to meet on Zoom call, and he solves almost every doubt. And the pod members were really supportive. We also participated in some of the hackathons in the future, and they were really helpful. I learned a lot from them, like, during the lightning talks, and even after that. It was really an amazing experience while I was in the MLH Prep Fellowship.
Great. Amazing. Okay. So, Harsha, you want to share any tips and suggestions for the candidates as well as for the upcoming prep fellows?
So I will suggest them to apply as soon as possible, because like at least 2 or 3 months before the starting of the prep fellowship program, and to be honest with your application, especially with the essays. And for the code, just don't put up the code which you have followed while watching a YouTube tutorial. Just put a code which shows your overall quality, like how good you are in with your development, and you can share your issues that you have solved in various open source projects, and just stay positive. Even if you are not selected, you can just apply once again. That's all.
Okay. Any suggestions for the upcoming prep fellows, what should uh, they concentrate on and
So try to complete your work as soon as possible, because you have to give at least 20 hours in your program. So the soon you complete your work, the soon you can try with different issues other than which is assigned to you, and you can also just stay in touch with your pod leader and pod mates. Even the fellowship is have been ended, they will really help you in your various tasks, whether it is a hackathon or if you are learning something new and you are stuck anywhere. And just stay positive and give your best.
Okay. Great. So Harshal, there is a question like, is this fellowship going to benefit in internships from MLH itself or GitHub, like that kind of thing?
No, it is beneficial when you apply for the MLH Fellowship program. Your application will be given priority over there, but it might not help when you apply for any of the internship, because it is just a 3-week program where you experiment with different new technologies.
Okay, cool. So I think this much only. Yeah, so it's a wrap up. So thank you, Harshal. Thank you so much for taking your time out and coming live with the TechMaestro.
Thank you.
It was amazing session with you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.